What's up, fellow YouTubers, friends, family, and avid fishermen? My name is Kenny James, your host for Freshwater Massacre. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit today about what I'm going to do. I was going to just take the boat out and shoot straight out into the lake and just at least get a few hours of water time, but I'm going to play it smart, and I'm going to take a drive today and figure out what all my options are. It's going to be a long ride, but I didn't like doing it when I was in school, but I like doing it now. Homework. I like doing homework. I like to physically see with my eyes what it is that I'm looking at and what I'm getting ready to get into. You ready to hear that kitty purr? Let's do it. Hey guys, so let's talk about Lake Wheeler. Lake Wheeler is a lake that very, very few people that I know ever fish. It doesn't really, you don't really see a lot of people fish in that lake. You don't really see a lot of people pull big fish out of there. Somebody actually just caught one not that long ago out of that lake that was over 9 pounds. 9 pounds. So that's the closest. That's the closest one so far. It's about 20 minutes. So we will roll that beautiful bean footage. Let's do it. So today is October 25th. It's a Tuesday at 8:45 in the morning. The temperature is 50 degrees, and we are headed northwest towards Lake Wheeler in North Carolina, just south of downtown Raleigh. Should arrive there in probably 15 minutes, maybe 20 at the most, depending on traffic. Into Lake Wheeler. We're just going to go around and take a look at the water clarity and take a look and see if there's anything popping on the top. A funny story, I lost one of my crankbaits on that fish feeder out there. Yeah. No, that wasn't a crankbait, it was a jig. Alright, so we're just going to wind on around. Look at the docks. Oh my gosh. The entire dock is twisted. Holy crap. Look at that dock. That thing was just mangled by the hurricane. Holy crap. That is a picture worth taking. Wow. That blows my mind. Look at the other one. Completely turned over. Look at that. Okay, so that tells me one thing. The water clarity is like 2 inches of visibility. Oh my gosh. those docks got maimed. Wow. There's one dock left, two docks left. Two docks left over there that are manageable. I don't even know how long those things have been there. The water level must have been up so high here. That blows my mind. Wow. All right, on to Lake Johnson. It's only about 15 minutes from here. Let's get at it. I'm still blown away at what I saw. I've been in hurricanes before, much worse than this one. But just to see the effects that nature can have on seemingly indestructible objects, to see it all bent and twisted up and mangled. How fierce must that water have been, and how strong that current must have been to do that to an object. Y'all, it just blows my mind. Anyways, we're going to head to Lake Johnson. We should be there in about 12, 13 minutes. We'll be there. We'll be square. Well, check it out. Alright, so the thing about Lake Johnson is the only way to really know how the water level is and the clarity is to actually drive across the bridge to look at it and see for yourself. So whenever I go to Lake Johnson, typically this is what I have to do. Just trying to find a spot to park. That crankbait that I have might actually not be a bad idea, but the only problem is if I do happen to bump into something, then there goes my crankbait. So we'll just take a break and drop a line and see if we can't get something to happen. Stay tuned. This is where having a GoPro is handy, when I can shoot videos and either have it on my hat or have it on my chest, or just having somebody to come along with me and film is awesome. Oh, squirrel. Pretty birds. A good indicator of fish and shad. So I figured I would just give it a few casts and see what happens. I've just let that lipless crankbait sink to the bottom, and I'm just kind of retrieving it real slow. It's making a nice vibration, seeing if anything is gonna pop up. Doesn't seem like it is, so switch over to my crankbait. I'm not going to take too much time and fish here because I got 2 other lakes to get to. Just going to tie this one on. This is a pretty deep diving crankbait, and I've got an extremely high gear ratio reel. This is this is the Lew's Tournament MB. So since that's a floating crankbait, I'm just going to let it sit for a minute and let that current take it right into that narrow corridor that goes to the other side of the lake, and then we'll give it some once it gets a little bit colder out. I'm going to bring out the underspins and some Kitech easy shiners. A few years ago I caught some really nice fish right here. You can tell that it's deep right here. This is a pretty intense bill crankbait. It's a pretty color though. Honestly, I don't know who makes it. It just kind of sits. It sits in my truck in the visor, or in the rear view mirror. I was looking for my kit that has the underspins in it, and I couldn't find it, or else I would have brought it, and I would have maybe stayed here a little bit longer and dealt with the cold. But I might make a pit stop at Bass Pro. All I'm doing with this crankbait is just reeling it down about 4 or 5 times to get it to the depth that I want it, and then I'm just slow rolling it, bumping it over rocks and sticks or twigs or branches or whatever's down there on the bottom. These fish are weird, and I know I'm probably not using the right bait, but if there are any active feeding fish, then this will be a good time to find them. All I need to do is put on one of those underspins with a 5-inch shiner, like a Kitech or a Bass Pro Shops, and it'll be on. They cannot resist them. We've caught probably 35 pounds of fish out of this exact spot right here. Using those. I wish I could see, but the sun is in my eyes. That spot right there, in between those two channels, in between here and here, right in this area, there are some big fish that like to hang out in the wintertime. So we are going to head on over to Sharon Harris and then to Jordan Lake, and we'll get some more. Come on. All right, Lake Johnson, we'll see you later. This is my favorite place to grab a sandwich. I figured since I'm in between lakes, I'll stop and get some chow. Stop at Slotsky's to get a corned beef Reuben. Yes, sir. Good stuff. $6.24, please. Thank you. Yep. To Jordan Lake, and there are boats galore out here today. Boats, 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 and more boats. Check it out. water level has receded. The docks are not under the water anymore. Got a guy out here fishing for crappie. We might just hunk us out on something there real quick. See if we can't get something to happen. But I can't do it for long because I have very, very little battery life left. So we're just gonna back into a spot real quick. Nice largemouth bass. I'm not gonna tell you what he was using because I'll end up getting thrown off the pier. We are down here at Jordan. Apparently the lake is good to go. I wish I could run around and give you a hand quick enough. Wow. It's about, what, 3 pounds?
Yep, about 2.5 to 3, yep. And it's every other cast. Every other cast.
Let me see if I can. Nice. Sweet fish, man.